Hello, it's me, Tlilcoatl, and I'm doing the chapter on the Tlilcoatl. So the chapter starts with, it says, Acoat, Tlilcoatl. So based on writings from Martin del Campo, he says that the Tlilcoatl is a Middle American indigo snake, also known as blacktail crebo. And when I read this, it's going to make more sense because this snake supposedly grows to 6 to 8 feet long. So that's the most I can get. And so it makes more sense once I read all this stuff. It is a water dweller. It lies in the mud, cylindrical, thick, a phantom in girth, long, very long, exceedingly long. It is large-headed, big-headed, bearded, black, very black, glistering, fury-eyed, fork-tailed. In craggy waters and water caverns, it makes its dwelling place. Its food is fish. It is one which attracts people with its breath. It drowns people. And when it caught no one, when it has drowned no one, it also hunts people. It digs a small pit at the water edge. It forms it like a basin. And there in the watery cavern, it catches cragfish, the bearded one, and any kind of fish. It removes all. It quickly brings them up in its teeth. It places them in the sandy basin which it has been dug. There submerge the fish which it has caught. When first it emerges, bringing them up in its teeth, at the very first it raises itself up, perhaps a phantom or 2 phantoms high. And when it comes to the surface, it looks all round, turning about repeatedly, twists its neck repeatedly, looks to one side and the other, looks all round. Then it deposits the fish in its earth basin. Once again, it enters the water. Once again, it submerges, and for a little while, it remains submerged. And someone daring, someone drunk, while the serpent has submerged, then runs up. He takes, he gathers up the fish. He puts them in the fold of its cape, and as many as he can, so many does he place in the fold of his cape. He loads all up in his back. In brief moment, during a favorable moment, he will run. Then he takes off with them. And when the serpent has emerged, then it can see that its fish has indeed been taken. It raises itself up. It raises to run on its tail. It looks around, twists its neck about repeatedly, look to one side and the other. No matter where this man goes, it can see him, and it smells his footprints whenever he headed wherever he has carried away his fish. Then it begins to run. It follows him as if flying. It comes out sliding on the grass, on the shrub. When it goes to reach the other bearing fish on its back, when it coils itself around him, it coils many times around him, and its tail, since it is really forked, it inserts it each of his nostrils or in his anus. And it literally says anus. So, I know, I'm sorry. Then the Tlilcoatl moves. It squeezes the one who has robbed him. He then dies. But a discreet one, a foresighted one, first digs a hole at the base of a tree. When the serpent pursues him, he quickly hides himself in the tree and quickly enters, inserts himself into the hole there. And this Tlilcoatl then wraps itself around the tree. It coils itself many times. It stretches itself well. It stretches so much that it becomes very thin. Its spine is broken up. Thus, the serpent dies there. And if someone just finds it or reaches the place where the Tlilcoatl lies in order to seize him, this Tlilcoatl first strikes him. It coils itself well. Then, like the shooting of an arrow, it extends itself. It quickly straightens itself. And thus its venom comes out. Thus it casts in its forth. Like a rainbow, it rises up from its mouth. By it, he whom it hunts is dulled. He becomes just as if drunk. Then it attracts him with its breath. The same man goes towards the poisonous serpent, and he goes violently struggling from side to side like a drunkard. He enters the mouth of the poisonous serpent. It carries him off. It drowns him. It follows one, runs slither, goes like a wind, flies, coil itself, hisses, blows. It strikes one, attracts one of its breath, drowned one. It swallows things. It swallows one whole. It coils itself. And that's about it. Sometimes this mythical creature, well, even though it's a real creature, its mythological ideas usually are associated or hangs around near the Asuiso. Anyway, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.